Welcome to MagicInfo Services. In this video I will show you how to install DataLink and how to connect it to your MagicInfo Services environment. Now what is DataLink? DataLink is a great tool that allows you to connect external sources to your MagicInfo environment. So for example, if you want to connect your Excel document to your MagicInfo server, this is possible by using DataLink. And in this video I will show you how to make that connection. So first you can go to our website in order to download the DataLink file. So here's the installer. You can run the installer and click on run again in order for the DataLink installer to run. Select your language and press OK. Skip through these steps and here you have to provide a password. Now you have to write down this password because you will need it later on again. Select the settings you want to have in here. Either you want to use an SSL certificate or you don't. And here you have to fill in the administrator password. And you can click on install. Now this might take a while. Please remember also to install the Java. And the installation will run. Now this might take a few minutes. And after that you can close it. So now the DataLink is installed. However, you will not get a notification or a pop-up window. So whenever it's completed, it's there. So you can go to this URL in order to log in into your DataLink environment. Here you have to fill in the password again that you filled in at the very beginning. And you can log in. Now first thing first, you should activate a license at first in order to make use of DataLink. So how we're going to do this, you can go to settings and on the left hand side you can see license info. Now you can always activate a free license with DataLink. So that's what I'm gonna do and that's the license I'm gonna use. So you can click on free license, you can fill in this information and you can click on continue. So once that is done, you can close this notification. The DataLink license is now activated. So next up is we're going to go to MagicInfo. Make sure to be logged in as a server administrator, because if you go to settings and external server management, this will allow you to connect your DataLink server. So you can click on add and here you have to fill in a server name and the IP address of the DataLink server. Also remember to fill in the web port, and the port I'm gonna use is 8080. Leave the FTP port as the default setting unless you have different settings. Make sure to check it and to save your connection. So now the DataLink connection has been made with MagicInfo. Now on the right hand side there is a link option. Click on that and you have to log in into DataLink again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect an Excel file. So on the left hand side you can click on Excel and you can click on add. And here you have to fill in the information that is required. So a server name, the interval, and what's really important, the IP address of the network that your file is located on. So this is it for me, because it's on a different server again, and then you get this overview. Now if your Excel document has a header, make sure to change this to true, because at the bottom you can see my Excel document and it has a header. The headers are drinks and pricing. So once that is done, you can click on finish and there's the confirmation. Make sure to start the connection. So now it will run from DataLink to MagicInfo. So what's next? Is you have to go to the server settings again for DataLink. Select your connection and click on Assign Table. Assign it to the organization you want it to be connected to and press OK. So once that is done, you can go to the web author in order to create dynamic content. Select the DLK file and your selected player. And this is going to be my DataLink template. So first I will create a template. And as you can see, it's a .lft file, which will be the template for the DataLink. So now I'm going to design a simple template in order to show that the connection works between MagicInfo and DataLink. So what I'm going to do here is first I'm going to copy the headers of the Excel document. And then you can fill in the rest of the information as well. Now you have to remember, every field has to be separated, and every field has to have this DataLink icon, because that means it will read data from an external document. So once you have done that, you can close this template. Don't save it, but close it, which is this option. This means that you lock the DataLink template. Provide it with a name, and then you can save it. So if we go back to content, you can here see the template, which is the LFT file. This will be my DataLink template. And if I open it again in the web author, you can see on the left hand side that the template is fixed and it's still there. So you can select the template, and here you can see the fields that you just inserted. Now click on the very first box, click on the big plus at the bottom, and here at this document you can select the fields you want to read from Excel. So the first one for me will be milkshake. Click on select and click on save. You can leave the rest of the information as it is. Now with the first drink comes the first price. So select price 1, click on the plus, and select the field again that you want to read, which is 2. This can be euros, dollars, whatever currency you assign to it. So you have to make sure you do this to every field that you want MagicInfo to read from your external source. So what I currently have is 3 different servers, one with MagicInfo, one with DataLink, and a third one where my Excel file is located. So you have to make sure that DataLink and MagicInfo are not installed on the same server. So once you have selected the source for every box in here, and this is my final one, select and save. Okay, so once that is done, here at the bottom you can see the interval is 1 minute, and this cannot be changed in this file because the template format interval is 1 minute. So if you want to change this interval, you have to go back to the template. And the refresh interval is the interval of the data. So every 5 seconds the data will get refreshed. And this is a good tip as well, which is the backup. If you lose connection, it will show the data from the day before. So you can enable this. So once that is done, you can save this as well. And this will be a DataLink file. So click on save. And if we now go back to the content, you can see 2 documents. One is the DataLink template, and the top one is a DataLink document, which is a DLK file. So what we then do is we schedule and publish the DLK document simply by scheduling content, select your supported device, leave the schedule type as it is, and click on create. So here I will drag and drop my DLK file into the schedule, select a runtime, click on save, provide it with a name that suits the schedule, publish to. Here you have to select your specific device, and for me it will be this one. Click on save and click on save and publish. Now in order to show the publish stages, here you can see that it's been published already. So it only took a few seconds. And if I now go to that specific device, and if I open remote control by clicking on the eye icon and opening remote control, now you can see that actually all the data has successfully been sent to my device. And if I now will change any information in my Excel document, for example Espresso for €3 or dollars, and if I go back to my device, you can see that it has been changed and updated. And this is how DataLink works. Thanks for watching.